All right, we got a good one tonight. Gather around, grab a sparkling water. I know I am. I just worked out and got out of the shower. I'm so freaking thirsty. It's 7-Eleven and it's pretty good, actually. Cranberry raspberry, it's good. Okay, hold on just a second, sorry. It was really good flavor. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, the time I found a dead guy at my dealer's house. It's Trip. Well, obviously it's Trip. It's not something that happens every day. Okay, here we go. This is probably like 8 years ago or so, right in there, something like that. Anyway, so I was actually driving around. I was driving around in the company vehicle, and imagine that. I needed more pills. So hit him up, whatever. I actually worked with him. He had the day off. Anyway, so I hit him up. Yeah, whatever. So I came by and walking up on his porch, and there his name was Steve. And Steve is just like sitting in like one of those camping chairs that like fold out, and he's just like slouched over, and he's got long hair, so I couldn't see his face, but he's just like slouched over pretty darn good. Well, okay. Now keep in mind too, this guy, he was hardcore, okay? So I thought he was just, I mean, he had been homeless. He was one of those guys, yeah. He was one of those guys. He would like break his toes and stuff to get pills. I mean, like, he did it multiple times, like stuff like that, like, yeah, with a hammer. So, he was one of those guys, okay? We know those people, right? But anyway, so this guy's hardcore, alcoholic, pills, whatever, dude. He'd really do probably anything. And, he's definitely done everything. But anyway, yeah, in and out of prison, whatever. Well, he's all slouched over. And I'm kind of looking at him because it's a different kind of slouch. It's a little, but again, I'm like, dude, he might be really effed up though. And like, just maybe he got trashed. And I was thinking like, dude, I bet he got, I seriously was like, dude, I bet he got trashed last night. Came out for a cig or something. And because it was the morning. That's the thing. Yeah. This was in the morning. This was pretty early. Or I say pretty early, like 8 or something, whatever. Anyway, so I thought, dude, I think he's been out here all night, So I go in the house and dude, my dealer, he was the laziest human being I've ever met in my life. Okay, he was like, is it Jabba the Hutt? Jabba the Hutt. I don't know. I don't watch Star Wars. I'm not a Star Wars guy. I'm sorry. I know this probably sounds stupid. I don't even know that. But the big fat guy, like he reminded me of that. Like he just would like plop down, and he kind of was like that. I'm not joking. Like anyway, because that matters a little bit here. Okay. So anyway, so I go in there, and I'm like, and I just was like, dude, like Steve is like, he's passed out there, man. I was like, is he? What's the deal? And he's like, oh, he's fine. He's fine. He whatever. And so got what I needed. And I was like, you want me to like wake him up? He's like, yeah, wake him up. Just tell, whatever. And so I go out there and I was looking at him. And then I was like, I was looking at him. I was like, he might be dead. I mean, seriously, I was like, so I'm like shaking him. I'm like, trying to get him up. And I didn't try very much that first time. And I poked my head in. I was like, it's like, dude, he's not waking up. And he's just like, you got to shake him hard, because this is probably a regular thing. Steve is completely passed out. So Juan's just, his name, whatever. Doesn't matter because all these people are dead. And anyway, so, this house was a trip too. Maybe I'll talk about that later in the video. But anyway, so he's like, just shake him, he'll wake up. And so I start to really shake him, and he's just, his head's just like this. So I'm just, I feel he's freezing, he's freezing. And I'm really thinking in my heart, like, dude, I think he's dead. I can't feel a pulse. Well, I freaking go in there. I'm like, dude, he has no pulse. He's freezing. He's, whatever. I've never seen Juan move that freaking fast in my life. I mean, he shot up. I didn't even know he could like physically. Yeah, he was I don't think this is offensive. He was a midget. And I have got a midget friend right now, actually. But he was a midget, and he was extremely, extremely overweight too. Anyway, but he shot up off that freaking couch, called the police, or not the police, whatever, an ambulance, and And yeah, dude, the dude freaking died. He had a heart attack sitting there. He actually, he was up that morning, I guess. He took Juan's daughter to school. That's a whole, anyway, he took his, Juan's daughter to school, came back, sat down for a cigarette, and that was it. That was it. They couldn't revive him, and there's more details, but it doesn't freaking matter. But dude, that house was a trip. Dude, my dealer, yeah, okay, and this guy was probably in his 50s. Hard living, dude. That's what it freaking does. My dealer, he died when he was 40 years old. Liver. He was an alcoholic and took a crap ton of pills. Used to be on meth, and then he stopped doing meth and got on the pills and the alcohol. You play that game, you go hard. I mean, yeah, we're all gonna die, but it's gonna kill you. It all, we reap what we sow. It all catches up, dude. I got a phone call that he was in the hospital, and I went that night, and I'm glad I did. I went that night, dude, and I saw him. He was in such bad shape. He was like, like he couldn't hardly talk, but he was open, you know, and I knew he knew it was me. Well, I really did, in a little bit, but, you know, and I broke down, and I started crying, and all I could say to him, I said, call out to Jesus. I said, go to Jesus, ask for forgiveness, fall at Jesus, just go to Jesus. And I go out in the hallway with his sister, and I'm talking to her, and all of a sudden I hear just, babe, like, you know, something like that. And his family comes out. I was like, dude, he's calling for you. And I go in there, and he just like grabs my hand, and like we make this eye contact. And when I'm in there for a while, and I don't handle death very good, even though I'm like, I just don't handle death very good. I don't care. I cried. I don't care. Anyway, so the next morning, I'm at work at freaking right early in the morning, got a phone call. Yep, he's dead, from his sister. He died. I mean, it was just like boom, 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 bam, gone. 40 years old. Okay. His wife, she's dead. I mean, the whole house, the house is dead. In fact, they left their daughter. I think they all died by the time she was 6. Everyone. Okay. And now the brother's raising her, and last time I knew, yeah, you know, he's doing what he's doing, you know, they're doing what they're doing. But anyway, I don't know. But that's the story. That's the freaking story. I don't know. Hopefully this was whatever. I don't know. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. I don't know. But I guess the moral of the story is, because we got to have some positive stuff here going on, right? Is we reap what we sow, dude. You know, if we're going to live hard like that, it catches up to us. You know, as we're living that life, and it's, you know, we're in our 20s, you know, whatever, teens and 20s, and then it's into our 30s, and then it's into our 40s, and then once it gets in the 50s, if you're living hard in the 50s, it's you're walking a tightrope there, you know. But dude, you can always get it right, and dude, there's people, dude, I work with a guy. He was alcoholic, just drugs. And he got clean like when he was like 30, I don't know, 38 or maybe, no, yeah, whatever, like something like that. And he's almost 60. In fact, he's like going to be 60 very soon. And I think so. I don't know. He's close to 60 anyway. Like 2 years, whatever. Sorry. He doesn't look like he looks amazing for his age. Seriously, he looks better than me. Seriously. This guy, you wouldn't even know that he ever had the past that he had, okay? And it's because he took it serious. Obviously, he's a Christian too, and he took it very serious, getting clean, but he also took it serious, getting his health back in shape, you know, getting in shape and eating right and all that. And, you know, sometimes it's the way we live, you know, living so hard for a while, you know, when we get clean, you know, exercise and eating right, that's just kind of has to be our way of life. Seriously. But anyway, whatever. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Go play some Mario Kart. All right. God bless all y'all. V for victory. God bless all y'all, and salute.